streaming. All right. We are live.
We are late.
Yes, but we are here, so we... Hold on.
Sorry, guys.
Let's see here. Be a while before anybody comes in. Let's see here. All right. So we are Tuesday at 7 something. Yeah, we were just going about our day, doing all the things that we normally do. And then at some point, I just like, should we be doing something right now? I looked up at the clock. I was like, oh, is it past 7?
It was quarter after when you realized
Yeah,
it.
it's already a quarter after 7 whenever I figured out we're supposed to have a live show.
Is anybody in?
I don't know. We'll take a look here in just a moment. Rarely is anybody in there this quickly, but we'll take a look.
Ah, there's people in here. Hey, guys.
Yeah, they've been waiting on us.
Ah.
Okay, we got Country Homestead Preacher, and hello.
Hello.
We got 2 Wild Onions.
Hello.
Hello. We got Frank. We also got Grammy Karen. Hello.
2 Wild Onions said, "Where y'all been? Where
Yeah.
you been?"
Got Samson Farms. Welcome.
Welcome.
All right.
We're not going to be real long as always. Not a whole hour.
Yeah, we can't go past 8 because
We have friends going to have their live.
2 Wild Onions is having their live, and they'll probably have theirs on time. They're not likely going to miss theirs like we missed ours. Okay. We also have Sonia, Mental Health and Homesteading. Welcome.
Welcome.
And all right. Texted you about your live. She didn't answer her text.
Whoops. My
Come on,
phone
Jasper.
might even be off. I'm sorry. I don't always, sometimes I don't have it turned on. I usually have it turned on, but sometimes I don't. So what's new with you all? Anything new? What?
Oh, Jasper, he can't get enough. Go away, Jasper. I'm trying to live. Get out of here.
Go lay down. Lay down. Jasper, sit.
All right, you stay. So, this is our Tuesday live, and I want to welcome everybody showing up. Let me see, what are we going to talk about today? Well, one of the things I wanted to mention is there was a post, and I really want to thank the person for making the post because we want to make sure that everything we do is according to the rules. We want to make sure that we follow the rules wherever possible.
Yes.
And I just wanted to clarify, I did research it, and it's okay for us to, we can ask for subscribers, we can ask for people to share our videos, and that's encouraged. Actually, we're supposed to do those things. The things that you're not supposed to do is it's against the rules to pay someone money to share your videos or pay someone money to subscribe to your videos. But we're not paying anyone to subscribe, and we're not paying anyone to share our videos. All that we're doing is we're saying if you pick out your favorite video and share it, then we will put you in a drawing for a chance to win something. That's completely different.
Yeah, we checked it all out.
Yeah, it's completely different than paying someone to share your videos. Completely different.
We wanted to make sure that we were following the rules completely.
Right.
We didn't want to take any chances on breaking any rules.
Right. And, we're not even telling you which videos to share. We're leaving that up to you and your judgment to pick whatever videos you want to share. And we're not even dictating on how you have to share it. I mean, We've opened it up to Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and even if you have your own blog website, and if you just wanted to do a review, your own video review on a video that you like on our channel, and any way you wanted to do it, the whole point of it is to draw attention to the videos so other people get a chance to enjoy the video that you enjoy, right? So we're not tampering, and we're not forcing anyone to do anything.
No.
You're using your own judgment and your own choice. You're actually choosing, make it all your own choices. So I just want to point all that out. What we're doing is completely legitimate and no problem whatsoever. So, all right. So some of you watched the recording. We were not able to go live last week.
Major problems.
Yeah, we had major problems. We revealed the books. Can you go get those books?
Yes.
Honey? We actually revealed the books that are going to be given away. And we're talking about those tonight.
I also have the ones we didn't pick, too.
Right, but we're not going to talk about those. We talked about those last week.
There we go.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about these books. Talking about these right here tonight. All right. That might make a nice thumbnail. Okay, so these are the books that we're giving away. And first we'll talk about this one. It's the first one we chose. 5 Acres and Independence by M.G. Keynes. So that is the first one right there.
I wonder if it's getting it.
And I don't know if you watched our recorded live show. It was live when we recorded it. I'll tell you that. But anyway, we talked about these books a little bit. But if you didn't have a chance to watch that, we'll talk about it a little bit. So I'm just going to cheat and read the back of the book. It says, in this sense, independence signifies far more than material self-sufficiency. It involves all the elements of freedom, liberty, democracy, individualism. It implies the freedom to choose our place in society or out of it. That's interesting. The liberty to take a chance and seek our own fortune. And the full expression of our own individual minds and wills, both in work and at rest. So that is how the book describes itself as a reason why they are doing these types of things.
Well, I can give you a little bit about on it too. As I looked through it and read it, it has a lot of information on the old way of doing things. And it's really, really got some really interesting ideas on detailed stuff on how to make your own cisterns and how to make your own to collect water way up high off of a spring and pump it down to your house without any by just using gravity. It's just got a lot of detailed information on pruning trees, old ways of doing things. It's just a really, really nice little book.
Talks about poultry, beekeeping.
Yep.
And, talking about the old ways of doing things, there are diagrams.
Yeah, there's diagrams.
Diagrams all through this thing. When we go flipping through here.
I don't know if you can see them all, but there's diagrams.
There's all kinds of diagrams and stuff in here. Different charts.
All kinds of charts.
All
diagrams.
kinds of different things to help you to get the point that they're trying to get across. And I would imagine, not only because of the age of the book, this book is currently out of print. It was out of print back in the 70s, and this is a reprint. So the information in this book goes way back. But I would imagine, I haven't read this book myself, but I would say this book is probably very easy to understand, probably written in very simple terms, so that just about anybody could read this and get a lot from it.
I have another book that's named very similar to that. That one's what
Yeah,
Five
5
Acres
acres.
in Independence.
and
I have
Independence.
another one called by John Seymour. That's called 5 Acres and Self-Sufficiency or something like that. So
Yeah, I mean, he's got stuff on strawberries, for small farmsteading, homesteading, which is really what we are trying to do. This is a very good book. And we have another one of these, right?
oh no.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. I thought we had copies of all these books.
No.
So these books are just books.
That I've gone through and I've kind of like gleaned
Okay.
through and
Okay, so we've already kind of learned a lot of stuff from here, and
Mhm.
time to move on. Okay.
I think my husband really likes this book.
Yeah.
Just so you know, these books I've had for a long time, way before I met my husband. So,
Give you kind of recap. On my side of the equation, I've garnered probably a good portion of my knowledge on things from watching videos on YouTube. Also, from my own personal experience, working as an industrial technician, working with mechanical things, hydraulics, mechanics, electronics, robotics. I've done a little bit of a lot of different things, small fabrication, things like that. A lot of different things that I've done in my life. And that's where most of my knowledge comes from, right? But a good portion of that comes from the internet, articles that I've read, different things I've gotten from different universities that they've written on certain subjects, and videos. Whereas my wife, on the other hand, she's gotten most of her knowledge from reading, I'd say, hundreds of books over the years.
when I met him, I had about 500.
About 500 books.
We've dwindled them down, but about 500 books. Now, that's my recipe books, my homesteading books, gardening books, animal books, all that kind of stuff. Solar power books and
Right.
wind generators, that kind of
So
stuff.
a lot of the same information, just we got it in different ways.
Yep.
So I just wanted to put that out there. But
And I had experience.
right.
I had a 1 acre little homestead a long time ago that I raised meat chickens and meat rabbits and dairy goats, a couple miniature Nubians, and I had 60 by 60 garden. I used to can enough tomatoes that would last me clear from canning season clear to the very following canning season. Raise enough garlic and onions that would last me through the whole winter, clear till the next harvest season. Green beans, Now, I didn't do as much meat canning like I see a lot of people doing that. I think that's wonderful. But my mom taught me how to can, and so I know how to do some things. Not a lot of people have a lot more knowledge than me, but I have a little bit.
And I grew up on a farm up to my preteen years, so I picked up a lot during that time. But anyway, the reason why I said all that is a lot of these books, I'll probably say almost all of them, I have not read hardly any of these books. So that's my reaction. This is actually about the most I've actually looked at this book, but it's an awesome book, and so that's the one of the books that we're giving away. So that's exciting, and yeah. Okay, so that's that book. Time to move on. I'm starting to like that book a lot. Let's see what people think about that first book.
Did you guys like the first one? I think they did.
Okay, we have some comments. Two Wild Onions says that's an awesome book. Yes, I agree. Sonia says that sounds awesome. And the Conscious Living Homestead has that book already,
Yep.
but it has a different cover on it.
It's been reprinted, I think.
Yeah, this is a reprint.
This
Maybe you have the original.
You might have the original, yeah. And they might even reprinted it again later. The original time it was copyrighted was 1935, and then 1940, 1948, and then they reprinted it again in 1973. Now, it might have got reprinted again later on, since we are having homesteading becoming such a big thing nowadays.
Looks like it's on.
Oh yeah, I see it now. It's got like the moon and the sky's dark like at night, and then
okay.
a farm.
Now we have a real number on it. I didn't have a real number on it before, but it looks like it's available as a paperback on Amazon for $11.39. So that's still not bad.
That's the newer one, reprinted. Yeah, newer. That's great.
Right, and there's another version that you can get. Looks like for $8. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Well,
I guess it
great.
just depends on where you get it from. You can get it for different prices,
Or you can win it.
or you can win it, or you can win it.
Or you can win it.
All right. So that's the first book, and it's a really good book. And the thing about it is a lot of times when you get a good book, the information is usually worth more than the book itself. You know, whatever it is you paid for the book, the information you get out of the book often is worth more than the actual book itself. And what I mean by that is, without this knowledge, you try to go and do homesteading, yeah, you're going to have some margin of success. You know, homesteading isn't rocket science a lot of times. You go out, you plant your seeds, they spring up. You do something with them. You know, you have animals that you pay for, and you feed them and you water them, and they get sick, things happen, and you learn as you go.
Yeah, you learn from what
you learn
mistakes.
as you go.
Yep.
But after reading books like these and getting that additional information, you get a better start. You avoid problems before you get to them. You know, and things like that is actually more valuable than, like, say, how much livestock are you going to lose because you simply don't know what you're doing, right? That's a good question. You know, how are you going to get the best yield out of your garden? You know, there's all kinds of things in the book like this that helps you to do those things. So the money that you don't lose in livestock, the money you don't lose in your garden and things like that is actually stuff that you've gained. So you're going to gain a lot more from the book than what the book is worth.
I just want to say bye to Two Wild Onions. We'll see you.
Okay, yeah, they're leaving. Okay.
Yep, they're going to get ready.
Yeah, they have to get ready for their live show.
They're not like us.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be on time. All right. So
we got two more.
We got a couple more books to get through. All right. Now, this next book, it's called Self-Sufficiency Specialist. And it's just a small little book with a lot of illustrations. But I find that, you know, you can read paragraphs and paragraphs of information. If you don't know how it's applied, you're going to have a lot of difficulty with the information. So it's good to have a lot of pictures. That's one thing I like about YouTube. When you watch videos, you can actually see people doing it right in front of your face. So I actually do like books with pictures in it, along with the text, so you have a little bit better understanding of what's going on. And that's what this book is really good for. Really beautiful illustrations and some information in there. So, I mean, there's stuff in here.
I'm sorry, dear. I like this book because it really would get me excited about homesteading. Mm-hmm. It has a little bit of everything, and I would read it during the winter, and it would just really encourage me and make me want to chomp at the bit to get started and get things going and add things to the homestead.
Yeah, this one talks about the self-sufficient house, off-grid water, off-grid energy, wood-burning stoves, solar collectors, wind turbines, geothermal heating, water turbines, super insulating your home, recycling waste, growing organic garden crops, keeping animals, keeping bees, pickles and preserves, and making soap and candles. So a lot of really good things on this book, The Self-Sufficiency Specialist.
Hello, Faithful Fields Homestead. Welcome. And Sonia's mental health and homesteading.
It's just any information about homesteading and growing things is gold.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
You know, because, you know, these are things that's practical. These are things that, you know, you learn from them and you actually carry them out and do them. You're going to have an instant reward from it. We've planted some things. The lettuce has done really well. Mm-hmm. So we've had instant reward from the lettuce. Mm-hmm. Also, the tomatoes and all that stuff is another story. We're still trying to get our raised bed, and I haven't had a chance to get it done yet. But anyway,
the tomatoes are growing all right in the pots.
Right. So, and that's the thing about homesteading is, some people can jump in there and do 10 or 12 things all at once. And if you're able to do that, that's a good thing, if you're able to do that.
I'm really happy for you.
Right. We're happy for you that you're able to do that. Us, not so much. And our biggest barrier are two things. We have two biggest barriers, time and money, right?
Yeah.
Either we have time, but we don't have money. And some of these things do require some money depending on what you're talking about. And if you have money, sometimes, we get busy with other things. We just don't have time.
Yep.
So balancing out that equation of, balancing out our time and our money and just doing what we're able to do. We'll just do like a couple things, and that builds on to the following year, do a couple more things, and that builds on to the following year, do a couple more things. And sometimes you got to slowly build if you're in a situation like us. So that's the thing about homesteading. You do it at your own pace. Now, the last book we have is not so much directly about homesteading. It's called Cut Your Spending the Lazy Way. So this book is about being frugal, which, if you learn how to be frugal, that helps out in the department of not having money for things. You don't have to pay the highest price for everything. Sometimes it's good to be a bargain hunter, be able to look for bargains, sometimes even change the way you think about things and look in places you normally wouldn't look to save money. And this right here says it's a hassle-free tricks to spend less and have more. Right? So you can actually have everything that you need, everything that you basically want, but you spend less to get it. Build a budget so you can stick to. So there's a budget that you might make that's unrealistic. I used to sell cars for a living, and people would come in and they would be making so much at their job, and they'd have all these bills, and they say, well, if everything goes perfect, we can make the payment on the car. And I'm sitting there thinking, really? Maybe you shouldn't buy a car. That's what I'm thinking,
Or at least not one that expensive.
Right. And I even try to say, well, maybe we should go out and look for another car. No, we want this one. We want this one. And, sometimes people make those unrealistic budget decisions where they have no leeway and they're like skating on thin ice the whole time. And the first time that anything goes wrong, they lose everything. Right? I've been there. We've been in that situation.
Close to it, yeah. Close to losing
It's
everything.
not a good situation to be in.
It's not.
So, build a budget you can actually stick to. Build a budget that actually makes sense. Build a budget that accounts for when things go wrong. So that's actually pretty good. Reserve your pennies for a rainy day. So your change, that some people probably even lose their change because they're not even keeping track of it. Pennies add up. So if you save your change, save your pennies and don't waste them, don't lose them, put them in a jar, different things like that. You can save them up and turn them into dollar bills pretty easy. So this book tells you a little bit on how to do that. And frugal living is important for those of us who are not millionaires trying to homestead.
And also probably help you get debt free.
Right. Yeah, if you're having debt issues, which a lot of people do.
Well, I know a lot of homesteaders, especially the husbands, are trying to work their way into staying home.
Right.
And homesteading full time. So a book like that would actually help them curb the spending so they could save up to actually for him to come home and
that's like a revelation I had completely on my own and really based on my own life experience. Is I was going the first half of my life, well, I need more things, I need to make more money. So I need to get a job that's going to make more money to give me more things that I need. So I went and I got a degree in electronics, got a really nice job at Lucent Technologies, Bell Labs Innovations. Maybe you've heard of them. They actually spun off from AT&T. The Bell Labs Innovations, that was the original laboratory, of AT&T. So if you kind of do some research on that, it's it's pretty big deal. Thomas Edison. So I only say that is I spent the first half of my life chasing after what people call the American dream, making a lot of money, yada, yada, yada. And what I've learned through the course of my life is that is a total waste of time and resources. It really is. I went to college. I still have student loan debt, even to this day, that I'm dealing with. And it did pay off for a little while, but with the tech market doing a nosedive like it did in 2001 actually, way back in 2001, there was a real big nosedive in the tech market. All these different things that went on, it didn't pan out the way I thought it was going to. So most of the jobs I've had wasn't even in my field. So I feel like I got cheated, right? That's the way I felt. But I felt that the answer isn't going and getting these big college degrees, going into debt, and working to make $20 and $30 an hour. That's really not the answer. The answer is being frugal and spending less money, doing more with your money. So if you're better at being frugal, better at spending the money that you've got, you can actually live very nicely on less money per hour. And since you can live on less money per hour, you're not chasing after those $20 and $30 an hour jobs, which usually require you to work 80 hours a week sometimes.
Yes.
You're not chasing after that all the time.
Night shift.
Because you don't need it, because you're not spending that much. The more you spend, the more you become a slave to spending. That's what I've learned. So spend less, have more freedom. And that's what I've learned. So books like that really help out. What's that?
There's another comment from her.
Okay.
Sonya's mental health and homesteading.
Okay. I love using recycled material, particularly pallets. You can pull them apart and do so much more with them. Yes. Recycling pallets, that's a good way to save money, being frugal. Another way of being frugal is buying your clothes at thrift stores. And if you're able, even making some of your own clothing.
We have a handy tool that we use to pull apart pallets. It's called a pallet buster.
Yeah, we've used that. So that's for pulling apart pallets. So I'm trying to talk about different ideas that you can use to save money. A lot of these are probably going to be in the book. Buying your clothes in cheaper places. Even some clothes, if you know like Amish people or if you know Mennonite people, they're very good at making clothing. That's another good way to get clothing fairly cheaply. Then you find different ways of getting your food cheaply. Growing your own food from seeds is a very cost-effective way to get food and to get good quality food, because the seed packet is only like maybe $1 or $2 sometimes, and you're getting a lot of seeds for that buck. So turning 30 seeds for $1.50 or $2.50 or $3, whatever it is, and turning that into food that would normally cost you, just for some of it, for $5 for some of it, and it just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. That lettuce out there, if we were to really keep with that, you could probably save $20 or $30 throughout a whole season, just that one crop.
Bell peppers can get really expensive. The colored ones, they can be really expensive. And so if you raise those and they do well, you could actually save a lot of money on bell peppers. So,
and raising livestock, you're kind of saving money there if you do it right, because you got to pay for feed a lot of times. But to offset your feed costs, you could be selling eggs, selling some of the livestock that you've raised. I know people who will raise 10 pigs. They keep 2 pigs for themselves, and then all the rest of them get sold. And the money they make off selling the pigs pays for all the upkeep of the pigs that they got. So when they get done with it, not only do they get free meat for their family, but also it helped to pay for some of their labor. The labor that they put into it, they're actually paying themselves in the labor cost that they did all this work with by selling the excess livestock. So just different things like that you can do. So saving money and being frugal and getting that frugal mindset really comes in handy in homesteading and farmsteading.
Hey, welcome Overlook Valley Homestead. Welcome. So glad you came.
So I know we've been doing a lot of talking. I'm trying to get a lot of information in a very short time. We got a late start.
We were late.
Yeah, we were late. So I'm really trying to get the information in. So those are the 3 books that we're going to be giving away. And just like you've seen in past videos, if you help promote certain videos that we have made that you like a lot, you can, if you can promote that by either sharing or doing a review on it or just pointing people to it, and you let us know that, we will add you to the drawing.
For the new people, I see some new people. I don't know if everyone knows, but we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And so we're trying to do a thing where if you go to our channel and pick out one of our videos that is your favorite, and then come back and leave a comment on our underneath. Should we do it for last week's?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing something else. What's going on?
Which video should they leave the comment under saying they did it?
It doesn't matter. As long as we get the information, do it on any of the videos. As long as we get the information that you are sharing the video or you are promoting the video in some way.
Which one was your favorite?
In whatever way you choose to promote it, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, doing your own review on your own page, directing traffic to the video. Whatever way you can possibly do it, let us know that you're doing that.
Let us know, yes.
And then we'll put your name in the drawing.
Yep.
And as many videos as you want to do that with, or as many ways that you want to share it with, we'll give you additional drawings in the contest.
For every different way you share it.
So, yeah. So as many ways as you can share it and as many videos as you choose to do it with, that's up to you. We leave that to your decision making to do that. But it does increase your chances of winning. So there you have it. Right now we are at 773 subscribers, trying to make it to 1,000.
We're getting pretty
so
close.
we're getting close.
We're getting pretty close.
So we need about, what is that, 226?
Mm-hmm.
So we need 226 subscribers. And we don't want people to just come and click subscribe. If that's all they're going to do, we'd rather they didn't. I'm just telling you. If all someone's going to do is come and click subscribe and never come back, we'd rather they didn't do it in the first place, because YouTube, what they do is if you click subscribe and you don't watch any of the content on the channel you subscribe to, they will remove your subscription from that channel.
I don't think it's fair.
So it's like you never did it.
Yep.
It's like you never did it. So we want real subscribers. We want subscribers that actually subscribe because they like our videos and they come back and they watch videos. So we want more than just a subscriber. We want viewers.
Yep.
We want viewers that subscribe. So if you like our content and you are a viewer and you want to subscribe, then yes, by all means, we want you to subscribe. But if you're just going to click a button and never come back, we'd rather you never click the button. Okay? That's just the way that goes. But we're at, we need 200 and, what did I say, 227?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 773. So it looks like maybe, does someone just unsubscribe us?
No.
Okay.
No, we were at 773. Are you okay, dear?
I'm fine. 227 is what we need. And then also, of course, we need to get our viewing hours, but we're not that far away. My last check, I can actually check it right now. Let me check it right now. Right. And see where we stand with the viewing hours.
Oh.
I know, honey. I'm doing this real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 2,881 hours so far. So right now we need a little bit over 1,100 hours, and we'll be there. So that's not that much. It sounds like a lot, but 1,100 hours at the rate that we're going, probably about a month and a half. Probably by August, we'll have our viewing hours probably by August.
That'd be nice.
So that's not bad. But yeah, we want real subscribers, real viewers. So if you like,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
if you like the books that we're giving away, go ahead and let us know.
I'm just reading.
Okay. It says here, any up to date on your move? No updates on moving yet.
Nope.
And at
It's all
least
in the
you
Lord's
know
hand.
what is going on in your food. All right, that's right. Yeah, you have
Yep.
to know what's going on with your food. Someone says that's not fair, Sonia. I'm not sure what was said before that.
I think we were talking about how if you subscribe to someone,
Oh yeah, and they take away your
they
subscribers.
take away your subscribers.
Yeah, we agree.
We agree it's not fair.
We agree. I mean, if someone subscribes to you, you should be able to keep that subscriber.
I agree.
We agree with that, but
we
there's
agree.
there's
what
nothing
are you gonna do?
there's nothing we can do about it.
It's their rules. It's
Right.
it's their
Right. So we
YouTube.
But I think it is the idea is to promote real subscribers, subscribers that are also viewers. And when you really think about how everything works in YouTube, it actually does make sense. It makes sense that they would want to do that because they make their money from viewers. They try to measure the viewers with the subscriptions, and if the subscriptions is a fake number, then that's not really a good metric
Yeah.
to measure their demographic for their advertising. It is an advertising thing is what we're doing here.
Yeah, and there are people that will have these lives and they get everyone these phony subscribers.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, so anyhow, we want to thank you for coming. We are past 8 o'clock.
Yep.
So our live is now going to be over. We want to thank you for coming. Thank you for
Yes.
coming out. If you like the books, help us to promote the videos on our channel, and let us know that you're doing that. And we will put entries in the contest,
Yep.
and maybe you will win.
Yep.
Maybe these will be your books. All right. And if you already have, like someone already has this one, but maybe you want to have these other two as well. And who knows, if you win, you're free to give them away as gifts, right?
Yeah.
So that's nice too. And so
Okay.
if you want to get those books, that's how you do it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. We want to thank you for coming out, and sorry we were late. We totally forgot. We're going to try next week to be on time. Thank you, and good night.
They were saying why. That's if you don't watch the videos, they unsubscribe you.
That's right. They will
Yeah.
unsubscribe you. We've lost a lot of subscribers because of the people that just click and leave. And then 2 or 3 days later, a week later, I think it's like a week or two, we noticed that people were unsubscribing to us. The same number that subscribed to us the week before unsubscribed to us a week later. And it's because they never watched anything.
Yep.
All right. And we're out.
Okay. Now we'll go to